Nightfam, what you're about to see are the events happening right now that the world chooses to ignore. Are you brave enough to not look away? Can you even imagine being in their place? Your hometown suddenly becoming one big lake. Nightfam, this is Pakistan suffering a monster monsoon. But see, this video is not just about Pakistan, it's about all of us. Because across the world, many more shocking events are happening. Like in China, where this bridge broke into two because of extreme heat waves. And in many more countries where the roads are literally melting due to high heat. Or in Europe and Africa, which are both experiencing the worst drought in hundreds of years.
The worst drought, nations like Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia are facing an extreme lack of water in food.
Yes, this is about every country in the world. No one is safe. Over 1 year ago, I asked you a question that sounded like this. What if the world is slowly ending and we are all just in denial? Right now, I'm afraid it's no longer just a question. The world is already dying right in front of our eyes. So now, are you ready to accept this as your future? In fact, I haven't even mentioned how much worse the effects have gotten recently. I mean, didn't you notice how there are many more shark attacks these days? Because warmer waters have pushed them closer to the shore.
Officials say sharks coming closer to shore, interacting more and more with people, appears to be a new normal.
Didn't you notice how millions of animals just die because of heat?
At least 2,000 cattle have died in recent days from the extreme weather.
It's time to wake up. This is not a boring video about boring stuff. You need to listen. Because I know exactly what many of you want to do right now. To exit this video so you can feel better. Because a lot of us want to live life like this woman.
I want us to be happy about the weather and every single... I don't know whether something's happened to meteorologists to make you all a little bit fatalistic and harbingers of doom.
But for those who are brave enough to open their eyes, please stay with me. Because if you consider yourself as a person who cares, you have to accept that the feared future is already happening. Let's go back to what just happened in Pakistan. Over 1,000 people dead, millions of Pakistanis homeless, nearly 500,000 homes damaged. And the cause? Glaciers that melted because of extreme heat, resulting in much more intense flooding in rainy season. This is a flood that looks like an apocalypse, and it's not only about Pakistan. Truth is, if you live in a less privileged country, most likely you will suffer first. Countries who strongly rely on environmental resources to survive will be the ones devastated by floods, drought, food shortage and hunger. But is it the fault of poorer countries? Well, if you look at Pakistan, it is responsible for less than 1% of the world's planet warming gases. And yet, it is the 8th most vulnerable nation suffering from climate crisis. All while the rich, powerful countries like China or the US are out there causing way more harm to the planet and are way less in danger. As usual, the rich do not care for the poor.
I want us to be happy about the weather.
It is the rich ones who deny what scientists have been telling us for a long time. How the heat we're experiencing now was never this bad in all of history. They will continue to deny how over half of all infectious diseases we know will only get worse because of climate hazards. Heck, even dengue fever is predicted to spread to some parts of the US. But hey, that might be a good thing, because it is only when the rich countries start experiencing issues that affect their economy that they will start acting like they did with COVID. So, let me ask you again, are you ready to accept this as your future? Because 1 year from now, it is very likely that I will come back again with another depressing video, telling even more extreme tales about more disastrous events, warning you over and over again.
More than 800 people died in Spain.
More than a dozen people have died in India.
And 1 year from now, you might be the one swimming in this. You might be the one running away from this. You might be the one begging to be heard in a video like this. As long as the people with power, the people with money continue to deny this, the only difference will be how long will it take for all of us to be affected. For the last time, Nightfam, let me ask you, are you ready to accept this as your future?